It's time for your Sandusky Speedway weekly race recap show. Your hosts, Chris Mize and Doug Duck.
All right. Hey, looks like you just dropped in, didn't have time to go through makeup or nothing.
Hey, just you knew when I walked through the door, and it wasn't but about 5-10 minutes. I normally don't speed, Doug, but I tell you what, I was speeding on the way home tonight.
Well, good.
So
Glad to have you.
first off, want to thank all our veterans out there. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do the shows that we do, racing, have our freedoms that are in jeopardy. Want to thank the military overseas and homeland, protecting what freedoms we have. Want to thank first responders, police, fire, EMS, nurses, doctors, and tow truck drivers. And with that being said, Doug, our prayers go out to the family of the firefighter that was killed the other day. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, maybe the day before. It could have been Sunday. One of them days on a wreck out there by 301 and Interstate 71.
West Salem.
West Salem. Our prayers go to the Town and Country Fire Department. Kind of know what that's like. So do you, Doug.
And there was a trooper injured in that too.
A trooper was injured, and our prayers go out to him too. So, well, Doug, I'm unprepared, so I might screw some things up. Correct me. Yeah, because it's been a long ride home.
Yeah, before you get into that, I just want to say we're not doing any giveaway tonight or next week. We're going to start that the week of April 26th, which is our first show.
And Dean Henry's watching tonight. We appreciate the hell out of Dean. He gives a free pizza away on our shows, and this is an unscheduled show, so Dean, we're going to give you a night off. We're
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, we're going to give you a night off because we're going to start the regular season ones next week. So I'll start tonight off by first saying practice is Saturday, noon to 7. Open practice, and it'll also be on the 23rd, noon to 7. And our season starts 30th. We're getting close. That being said, the tire situation. We all know what the pure stock tire rule is. I'm not going to go over it again. Modifieds, you guys will stay on AR 970s right as of right now. You'll continue on with American Racer 970s. Now, with that, what we're going to do should be up right now, Doug, or after we get off.
It's up.
There's a link up on our SanduskySpeedway.com page or website.
It works.
Huh? Yeah, it works. Click on the link. You can pre-order tires. Modifieds, you guys will be allowed to order 4 tires max. Pure stock, it'll say on their max 4 tires. Pure stock guys, 2 tires. You're allowed to order 2. Now, guys, it's not guaranteeing you're going to get them. Pure stock guys, that puts you on a tire rule that's opened up, incredibly opened up. So modified guys are still on American Racer 970s. They're going to get preference. Just because you pre-order them doesn't mean we're going to get them. And that's not just us, Doug. That's every racetrack that's doing any kind of tires right now. Cost for a new American Racer 970 is $150. So that's the best we can do right now. All I can say is if you got it modified, you might want to click on that link. Be one of the first ones to get that order form in. Pure stock guys, we know who you are. Don't try to order 4 tires because we'll knock you down to 2. So 150 is the price. So all I can say is go to the website, click the link. That's how we're going to do the tires, Doug. You're going to pre-order them. We're not, to try to call. Every racetrack knows this right now. To try to call either one of the tire manufacturers and say, I'd like 300 tires, they're going to laugh at you and you're going to get so many and that's that. So, Kevin has talked to American Racer and we're going to try this route to start it out with. So that's the tire situation.
Yeah.
And what else was it, Doug?
I think you want to talk, I don't know, maybe money.
Okay, purses. Yes. If you watch Hammer Down Racing last Thursday, Ron had said something, Ron Miller, one of the hosts, and I says, I'd love to up all the purses. We got to make it make sense, because we understand that the drivers got costs, fuel costs, everything's went up, tires, as you see, which I disagree with how the manufacturers are upping these costs, but it is what it is. Everything, and we've come up with a way. Starting with the Renegade Stock Series first. There's a whole new purse structure that'll come out. And I think you guys will be happy as it was in the last couple of years. Top 5 got paid. The rest didn't. Doug, you got that flyer you want to put up?
I do.
Here's the new purse for 2022. First place weekly. This is a weekly purse. First place will pay $500 to win. Second, $250. Third, $200. Fourth, $175. Fifth, $150. Sixth, $100. Seventh, $75. Eighth, ninth, and 10th will pay $50. Then 11th through 15th will pay $15. That's a hell of an increase, Doug.
That is pretty nice. Remember, these guys used to race for trophies back in the day.
They did, and we put them up on a pedestal, and some of our best racing's come out of that division, and they're no longer, and I've been preaching this for 2 years, they're not shit boxes and this, that. They're race cars. They're bona fide race cars. Right. They put on a hell of a show. This is that'll be your purse structure weekly. So, guys, that's a hell of an increase from what you saw in the past. Now, K&K Performance sponsoring a lot of the purse money, Boom Pro Trucking and Lubrication LLC, Kevin Hill, and Boom Pro Trucking, Cal Krebs, sponsors for the series this year, along with K&K Performance now. So K&K Performance had a lot to do with the sponsorship, Doug, of this purse structure. So, we want to thank them. Thank the couple sponsors we have. We're looking for more sponsors for the Renegade Stock Series. We got a couple bigger shows this year. We're going to have some bigger purses. I mean, that would be what we consider a big show in the last couple of years purse, Doug.
Right.
So this is what they're running for weekly now.
Now, the Renegade Rumble will be even more, right?
The Renegade Rumble will be more, yes, and we're looking for sponsors for that. And we'll visit the end of the year race that we had last year, and a couple other. We have the Kevin Hill Lubrication LLC put up Challenge Series races. Going over and take that's product. I believe. I don't know if Kyle's watching 4 or 5 races or Challenge Series races. Yeah, that's what I mean, Dean. It's getting out of hand. That's going up. That's going up to, I had heard 306 is what it's going up to. I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, racetracks can't control the tire price, or they wouldn't be as much as they are. But Renegade stock, guys, there's 5 challenge races right there. Vouchers for product from Lubrication LLC. So, guys, you rightfully so, you've kind of bitched about the purse a little bit the last couple of years, and I get it. I want to thank Kevin, and Kevin's part of the K, but I want to thank Kevin and Sandusky Speedway for doing this and recognizing you guys. Now, Pure Stocks. You guys got a bump in purse this year, too.
I got it here.
You got it up?
If you can read it, it might be a little difficult.
500 to win this year. 250 for second. Third's 200. Fourth is 175. Fifth is 150. Sixth, 120. Seventh, 90. Eighth is 80. And starting ninth on back will be 75 to start. That'll be your guys' weekly purse structure. That's a hell of a jump for them too, Doug.
That is, yeah. And
they've put on great shows last year. I mean, I tell you what, between the two divisions, that the shows were, both of them were just awesome.
Right.
How many times they come across the line of Pure Stocks this past season were side by side. I'm yelling down to Ronnie, watch the line. You didn't know.
Right.
Guys, that's an incredible. I don't know the percentages, but it's a hell of a jump percentage-wise, and we want to thank, Kevin and, Sandusky Speedway Graphics is sponsoring, keeping that purse going. Now, with all that being said, with car count and everything, we'll revisit it in June. Car counts are good in that. There won't be an issue, but we also, we also know that this has all got to make sense for getting 7-8 cars and that. It's not good business.
Right.
But that will be revisited in June. We're not going to say, well, if we got 15 cars or above, this is the purse. This is our purse weekly that we're paying. I don't think that's fair, and neither is Kevin, that when you say, 15 or more, or, if you're under 15, you're 250 to win in that. You got 14 guys supported you. You might have an off night where, you've had 17, 18, and then that night you might not, for whatever reason, wrecks, blowing motors or something, and the guys ain't going to be ready. It's not fair to say, well, we got 14. I know you had over to 15 the last 3-4 weeks, but today you got 14. We're cutting the first,
Yeah.
So we'll revisit it in general in June, and hopefully we don't have an issue there with car count. Everything we've done, Pure Stocks, you guys got an open tire rule that years past, if you'd have brought it up, I dead set against some of the things with it, but with the way things are, tire prices, lack of tires, we open that rule up to you to cut costs and to get the tires. We also know there's still a lot of costs. Some of you guys driving, where you do fuel costs, racing fuel. So we're taking a chance here, Doug. We've upped these purses. Renegade Stock Series, we've upped your purse. Me and Kevin were in talks with that. We're doing the best we can, Doug, for, better term. We're doing the best we can for you guys, up in the purses and everything, try to make it a little more affordable for you to come to our track. Free Camaros. No, they're still in jail with Facebook people. So, we weren't going to come on until next week, but I thought this is news that Doug, me and Kevin, like I said, talked, and I called you. I thought this was something we needed to come on and let everybody know. It's good news in some doom and gloom times.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what we got, guys. I mean, go on Facebook, not Facebook, the website. Click on the link for, I don't even know what the link is, tires, I guess.
Well, if you tires. If you go to SanduskySpeedway.com, first page, you'll see tire order form. Just click on that. Also, and there's the high miler stuff, the pit pad. Do we even have any left?
We do have some pit. Yes, Dean, you can post some flyer now. Oh boy, I sent that flyer over to Dean Henry. Kyle made the flyer up, and I sent it over to Dean. Had so much going on that I never say, hey, Dean, wait till after we do our live tonight to post that flyer. I think I sent it to him last night, wasn't it? When we were getting a flyer last night from Kyle back and forth.
Right.
And I sent it over, and I says, here's the new Renegade Stock Series purse. And I never said wait till tomorrow night after I, go online. Dean released that on the Big D's page today, and my phone went woof. I just sent him, man, I'm sorry I screwed up. Can you yank it back down until after?
Right.
So, like I say, if yes, I do. I get that. If you're looking, you got to pre-order your tires. If you're pure stock, well, no, don't put 4 tires, 2 tires max. If you're modified, you're allowed 4 tires max. That doesn't guarantee anything. That just tells us what we need to tell American Racer. Kevin's been talking to him. So 150 a tire. That's not controlled by Sandusky Speedway, Shady Bull Speedway, any of that. That's controlled. That sale price controlled by American Racer. So we ain't happy with it, just like you're not, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Hopefully this crap straightens out. Pure stock guys, North Coast Stock Series. I got to start saying that, Doug, instead of pure stocks. You guys will be on a tire rule I named off last week. I believe it was last week, wasn't it, Doug? We named them off.
Named who off?
The tire rule that I had for the North Coast.
Yeah.
Last
you want
Tuesday.
to recap that because it was.
Okay, I'll recap it again.
Since recaps are involved.
Recaps are involved. American Racer 970, new or used. This is what you'll be allowed to run in the North Coast Stock Series, no Speedway. American Racer 970, new or used. The American Racer recap will be allowed. And we got some news coming out that I'll share with you guys next week. We got to solidify it. We do have a distributor close to the Toledo area, and we're working some things where we may have tires at the track, Doug, pretty sure. I just don't want to. Some recaps at the track. Not many of them, but we're going to try to have some recaps there in case you cut a tire or what have you. Hoosier Comanche or the Hoosier D800 used, or the recap. Hoosier recap, Tau City recap. So that opened up a lot for you guys. So, or you can order the new tires, but you're only allowed 2, and that's not guaranteeing you 2.
And that's a temporary rule.
Temporary for 2020. We're going to make it temporary. And yeah, it's temporary, but we're going to stick with that tire rule through 2022, through the whole season, Doug. Because we talked, we don't think it's fair that some guys will buy the recaps, get the recaps and that, and then, hopefully 6 weeks from now, tire situation straightens out a little bit. We're not gonna tell guys that got tires on a rule that, well, them tires are no good no more. So for 2022, that will be your tire rule, North Coast Stock Series. At the end of the year, we'll see where everything is with tires, Doug, and what direction, and reevaluate everything at the end of the year. That will be the tire rule all the way up through Cavalcade. No slicks. No slicks. I'll look into that, JD. I have so much on my plate right now, I haven't even thought about getting into that yet. I like crack the whip. I don't like the pursuit. Pursuit, if you get past, you're out. Crack the whip, if you're the last car on the lap, you're out. You know,
It's a little easier to do.
Well, it's easier to do for us, but
Right.
the crack the whip, you can't just sandbag in the back. You know, if you're the last car, you normally
Right.
fast qualifier goes to the tail. You can't sandbag till a lap or two left, but you know you got to get moving. So there's your tire rule. There's your purses. All right, guys. Sandusky Speedway Graphics sponsored the Pure Stock purse. K&K Performance sponsoring a lot of the Renegade Stock Series purse. We're still looking for sponsors with the Renegade Stock Series. Thank now Lubrications LLC, Kevin Hill, Boom Pro Trucking, Cal Krebs, and K&K Performance. Them are our sponsors as of right now for the Renegade Stock Series. We're looking for sponsorship for the North Coast Stock Series. You know, it's hard to do. You know, Doug, these are not great times. I don't care what anyone says. You know, inflation's going up, gas, everything's going up. So bear with us. $2,400 as of right now for the Renegade Stock Series. Your point fund's at $2,400 guaranteed. So sponsors come in for that. That'll go up.
Okay.
North Coast Stock Series, we're at a regular point. I don't know the amount. I'm looking for sponsors. Matt, the mod tire rule as of right now is American Racer 970s only. If you go to Sandusky Speedway or have Amanda go to SanduskySpeedway.com because you don't have internet service, as we found out months ago. But if you go to SanduskySpeedway.com, there'll be a link up there for tires. There's a pre-order form. Can't order more than 4. 4 is the max you can order for modifieds. That doesn't guarantee that you'll get 4. It doesn't guarantee us if, you know, we got 50 tires on order for that. That doesn't guarantee, you know. So all I can say is you might want to be one of the first ones to get on and pre-order tires. So, I mean, all this thrown together, Doug, in the last, 2 weeks?
Right.
I mean, yeah, 2 weeks or less. I mean, we're watching the tires. Month and a half ago, we were going to test another tire for the Pure Stocks. The recaps come up. In the last 2 weeks, we went with that decision. Renegade Stock Series, there's really not a tire issue with you guys. So, you know, we're on the same tire rules what we were. But you guys sure did get a hell of an increase in purse, and so did Pure Stock guys.
How many new are you allowing for each race? From Matt Marlowe.
Well, I don't know. We haven't got that far into it, Matt. It's, you know, first race, it's hard to, it's, you know, too new or whatever. I don't know. Kevin's out of town with his job. I've been working stupid hours. I have that answer for you next week. How's that? You know, they're 150 a piece.
And I put the link in chat.
Little people, they're called micro.
Micro people.
That's a Doug, that's the politically correct term is micro people.
So
June
everybody's
18th.
asking. Yeah, everybody's asking it.
June 18th. Yes. I'm taking on some midgets.
Wow.
We're going to race that night. And after the race, I'm going to be wrestling some midgets.
Put the ring on, your singlet on.
I think everybody last September 14th when we announced this. No, there's no singlet. Are you kidding me? Everybody drinking beer in the stands puke. But last September 14th when we brought this up on live, Doug, I think everybody thought I was bullshitting.
Right.
One of my biggest fears, phobias, whatever you want to call it, it's been midgets. Right. And so, yeah, I know. Uncle Sam loves me. Got to pay for
everybody else.
Free smartphones if you come across the border.
Another show.
It's another show, though. We discussed it Sunday, but yeah, it's June 18th. We talked to the promoter. Mark was involved in a little bit on that. We will have 3 to 4 midgets, and I believe, Doug, Mark, you're watching. I believe if there's 4, one might be a woman. That's going to be weird.
If you get taken down, and she'll play to it single-handedly.
Like, can you see me get my ass kicked and one of them be a woman?
That's less than half your size. A quarter of your size.
I'm 6'4". What? 4'8" and below, or 4 foot? What is it? 4'8" and below. 4. Chad Wise is right there at the draw. My eyes tell him that. I say, another inch and I'd be running from you. No, there ain't 2 women. No. But I'll never live it down. I get my ass whooped by 4 men. All right. 4 men, 1 lady, and they're all going to whoop your ass. Yeah? I'll never hear the end of it.
Okay.
We're going to have one on soon. We're going to have him on the other show first and see, because I'm sure it's not going to be a lot of politically correct.
You want to talk to Dean?
Dean, we'll talk offline. Do you got any micro pizzas?
What are you going to do? Try to tease him with it?
Yeah. Here's a 3-inch pizza. It's equivalent of mine. You micro people. It's going to be a short show, people. I'm really actually, if anybody's got knee pads and shin guards out there, I'd like them. I don't really.
They're thinking you might need a cup.
Need them biting my shins and knees. Well, yeah, you got a woman in there. What's the first thing women go for when they get mad at you?
Well, most of them don't headbutt you.
I ain't even going there. What was I thinking? So, anyways, that's coming up June 18th. I don't know what I was thinking.
Rich just joined. He'd like to know about the street stock or the pure stock purse.
Yeah, we announced it. Rich is always late, and he was jumping his gums last night in the chat room, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on some liquid courage there. Here it is for you, Rich.
Oh, yeah. There you are, Rich. There's the new purse.
Write it down. Hurry up.
So, write it down. It'll be up on the Facebook page here after the show after a little bit. So, yeah. I tell you what, this all started as a joke. We just announced some big news, but this micro wrestling, I'm sorry, Doug. Don't want to upset Facebook. Micro wrestling thing. We talked about it last September, and what it was, Steve Horner and me were joking about it. You joked about it a couple times. You brought up about bringing that midget wrestling in, and then I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, here we are. Right? What was I thinking 8 months ago? Right? 6 months, 7 months ago.
Yeah, because in 2016 we were going to do it, and
Quote unquote, I said I wouldn't be there.
yes, you said no. There's no way. I don't care. I'm not coming.
I'm not coming even to watch. So now I'm gonna wrestle him. Mark says we got 4 men and 1 woman. How's that number keep going up, Doug?
That's true.
Huh?
It is going up.
What, they afraid of me? They afraid I'm gonna win? They keep adding people to the
Have
numbers?
you looked at yourself?
I'm a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Very calm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get hostile.
Not at all.
So to recap the show.
We're having micro wrestling.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
Don't worry about the purse and the tires. Yeah.
Right.
Recap the show. There's an order form link up for tires on SanduskySpeedway.com. Modifieds, max you can order is 4 tires. North Coast Stock Series 2 is the max you can order. That doesn't guarantee that you'll get the tires. That's just an order form, so we know we're trying something a little different. Kevin's been in talks with American Racer. Y'all know what the North Coast Stock Series tire rule is. That's one of the reasons why you're only going to be, 2. Purses, Renegade Stock Series, your flyer will be up, 500 to win. Per car, not per person, Brad. You'll have 3 people ordering for 1 car for this per person. You'll have 5 or 6. Well, you don't matter. You're Renegades. We don't have Renegade Stock Series on the same tire rule. There isn't a shortage for you guys. So it's per car. Per car. So 500 to win. Paying down quite a bit. Good payout for the Renegade Stock Series. Hell of a payout. And the same with the Pure Stocks. 500 to win, 75 to start. So it's guys, we're taking a chance. We know expenses went up. We know prices for parts have gone up. Fuel's gone up. We all know tires have gone up. Everything that you can imagine has gone up. Nothing stayed the same or went down. So we're trying to adapt to this and make it
2 questions here.
K&K Performance sponsored. Lubrications LLC is one of the Renegade sponsors, along with Boom Pro Trucking, Kevin Hill, Kale Krebs, and K&K Performance sponsored a lot of this deal where we're moving.
Everybody that had a K in their name.
Well, yeah, Calvin, Kenny, can outsiders order them out. Listen, I don't know if I covered that. No, they can order them. We know who's raced here. Every track's doing this, but I'll probably be called the asshole for it, Doug. You had to race here last year. I mean, you can't come in. Nothing against any other track right now. You can't come in from another track, order 4 tires, and never come here and race. Them days are over. Well, we at one point when tires were in abundance and that, we didn't care where you got your tire. As long as you got American Race 97, is all we cared about. Now, and me and Rick Young had talked about this. It's unfortunate, but you have to race. You'd had to race here last year in order, to get tires. That's just the way it's going to be, Yeah, I know he does. We talked. Me and Rick talked. We talked probably about 45 minutes ago, actually. Doug on my way home an hour ago. A little bit about tires too. Not that, but we talked. Greg from Barberton, same way. You had to race at that track. Unfortunately, if you're coming to race and hadn't raced last year, you better get Kevin's controlling that tire deal. You better get a hold of Kevin. You're not going to get handed them tires until you pull through that gate and unload your car, and we'll hand you them tires. someone that's raced here 5, 7, 8 years, we know is racing here and that, it can be a different story. And a lot of tracks, and you race drivers aren't stupid. You know exactly what I mean. If you've never raced here before, you can order them, but you're not picking them up until the day of the event when your car comes through the pits and rolls out of that trailer to race at our track. And that's what every track's going with, Doug. Every track's going with that rule. And this isn't like where you can, we can order 400 tires and get them delivered and be able to do that and not care, yeah, we'll say tires don't, we used to be like, it didn't matter. Now, we all seen what happened last year. We all started going to that. And that was one of the rules at Sandusky last year. Yeah, you can get tires, but when you pull through the pits and unload your car, you can't come up to the track middle of the week, get tires, and race them somewhere else. And if track gets pissed off that because of that rule, shame on them, because every track I know, Doug's doing the same thing, including dirt. Dirt guys are doing it. So, this shortage just isn't on asphalt. This shortage is in dirt and everywhere else. So we'll get into that, John, later on. The recaps, I don't care. American Racing 970, the same rules of pure stocks will probably go into play. And you guys run an 8-inch dirt tire, we'll see where we're at going into that. That's 6 months away. Hopefully something settles down, but if not, we'll adapt into that somehow. So other than that, you got anything, Doug?
Just one thing, and I don't know if they've figured out anything. I haven't seen any update on Jarrett.
He's getting out of the hospital. He's supposed to get out of the hospital today.
Okay. He had something going on.
What happened, Jarrett, he's a part of Sandusky Speedway, even though you might hear me screaming at him.
That's the only way people know him.
Throwing his clipboard out the back window and back door. Jarrett's like one of our kids, and Jarrett ended up in the hospital Saturday morning. Couldn't breathe well. What it was, he had some viral infection. No, it wasn't COVID. It was some other viral infection he caught that had fluid around his heart. A lot of fluid in his heart and lung area and stuff. They got that under control right away, and in 2-3 days, I believe Jarrett shed 28 pounds. I think is what he said. 25 or 20, 20 or 28 pounds of water that was inside him.
Wow.
They were getting ready to release him. Well, his kidneys were only working at 37%. So Jarrett had a biopsy yesterday, and they released him today. I haven't talked to him tonight. I've been in contact with him. So if they're releasing him, they must have some kind of, know what the problem is, some kind of treatment. So shoot Jarrett a private message or go to his Facebook page. If you're on his friends list, shoot him well wishes. I'm sure that'd mean a lot to him. Racing's a big part of that kid's life, has been forever. He's an encyclopedia. He's like Rain Man when it comes to procedures and rules. Unfortunately, he pisses me off sometimes when I want to do something. What? Rattles off a procedure. But Jarrett's a big part of the Speedway family. We wish him well. He's doing better if they're letting him out. So Bill Kramer too. Yeah, I see that, Don. I just seen that right before I got my truck to leave work, and I hit Facebook, and Bill Kramer had a post up. He's raced Sandusky a couple times. I think he might have made 1 or 2 wheelman shows down at Barberton Racing and all over down there. Remember that car that came out, Doug? It looked like Tim Richmond's old Folgers car.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Bill Kramer, I believe it had that. But he's at work and had a stroke. So, he's doing okay. Seen on Facebook where he posts he's doing better. Still problem with his right arm and stuff. But prayers go out to you, Bill. That seems to be happening too much, Doug, lately.
Yeah.
The stroke thing. So.
And
Other than
then
that,
one more thing, transponders. Make sure if you have an opportunity to pick up a transponder,
two
do
things.
so. Yeah.
Transponders, guys, we've been preaching it, 2 years? Go
More
get
than that.
your transponder, please. We suggest the hardwired one. It's a lot better than a battery one. You don't have to worry about charging. Announcers form. It's over on the Sandusky Speedway website. If you're a driver and you're going to race here, get over there and fill out that announcers form. Even if you're going to race 3-4 times this year, Doug,
Yeah.
a couple of them, fill that announcers form out. The other thing I highly suggest you guys start doing now is going into My Race Pass and filling all that information out. If you got your own transponder, getting your number and everything, it's so much easier for us. So
And that's what it's all about, is making it easier on us.
Well, yeah. I mean, then you guys ain't all texting me. There's no times up for outlet because you guys didn't get your shit in, But I think we'll wrap it up now, huh, Doug?
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
Well,
Yeah, I don't really care at all, one way or another.
We are looking for help. We're looking for a score.
Yep, I'll even train you.
They'll go train you
from here.
You gotta have thick skin and be able to be around smoke,
or wear a mask, oxygen mask. No, you'll blow us up in the town.
Yeah. That's not very smart. Much flames up there. Other than that, I've got nothing, Doug.
I think that's it.
All right, people. Thanks a lot for watching.
Till next week.
God bless you guys, and God bless America.
See ya.